After leaving the Marine Corps, he began to fight stateside and sparred with actor and martial artist Chuck Norris. Jones is a 4th-degree black belt and 7-time Thai kickboxing champion.
By unanimous decision, Tom Excess Energy Jones.
Tom did a fight for us this last year where he not only did a marathon, but in the same day he got in the ring for a world title Muay Thai kickboxing fight and knocked the guy out in 3 rounds.
One of his greatest fights was against Marshall Fernald for the U.S. title. Tom Jones fell out of the ring. His head hit the bell, and he was able to get up, take a 20 count, get back in the ring to win the title. People still talk about that fight today.
Tom is in Vegas. That's right, Memorial Day weekend. Saturday, May 28th at 6:30 p.m. The best stand-up fighters in the world will converge to compete in Full Rolls Muay Thai. That's right, elbow and knee strikes to the head are legal. Live from the Plaza Hotel and Casino, Saturday, May 28th. Kick off your summer Vegas style. Experience the fiercest sport in the world live. WCK's Bad to the Bone. This will be a night you'll never forget. Brought to you by Orsney Mineral Water. Saturday, May 28th, 6:30 p.m. Call 877-446-7962 for information and tickets. That's 877-446-7962.
Welcome back to the Plaza Hotel and Casino. Our next fight, it's going to be a good one. Tom Jones of Huntington Beach with a record of 33-2-2. As we said at the outset, his 5th fight in the last 12 months, and he's won them all, looking for his 5th in a row. I'll tell you, Blinky, one thing about Tom Jones, you know you're not going to get cheated watching him fight.
It's called resilience.
Woo, I guess.
Yeah, Tom Jones comes, and every time he gets in the ring, he's prepared to fight. No doubt about it.
An 18-year ring career. And Blinky, he tipped the scales last night at the weigh-in at 147.5 pounds, and this is his ideal weight.
It's the weight he's fought at, and it's incredible. You know, most people go up a weight, 2, 3 weight divisions, but Tom Jones has been able to maintain 147 pounds. I think that's just a tribute to a lot of discipline and a lot of conditioning.
And Tom Jones entering the ring, no nonsense. Goes by the nickname of Excess Energy. And his opponent coming into the ring on the other side at 148.5 pounds, there is Marshall Fernald of Westminster, California. Fights out of the Piston Gym. Working his corner, Blinky, a guy you've known for a long time, Yuki Oriuchi.
Oh yeah, Yuki, the little piston. Fernald coming over the top rope, stumbled and fell, but played it off real well. Phil went into like a stretching mode as some of the audience laughed a little bit. See that little smirk on Fernald's face.
So Marshall Fernald, he took this fight on 3 weeks' notice after Brian Dobler fractured a leg, but says he's ready. And as he told us last night, he's hoping to rewrite his own version of Rocky. Tonight, it's the IKKC United States welterweight fight between Marshall Fernald and Tom Jones. Mikey, what is Tom Jones going to have to do to win this fight tonight?
Phil, Tom is going to have to really be disciplined. Really focus and be intense in this fight, and should take his time and not really hurry.
And there he is right there, Tom Jones. Last fight he beat Jamie Bucco in a unanimous decision. And Blinky on the other side, what is this young man, Marshall Fernald, going to have to do?
Well, obviously he's the younger of the two, drawing the fountain of youth. Be a quick starter, get out quick, lifting fast hands fly, and do what he can. You know, he wants to rewrite the Rocky script and be Rocky tonight.
Well, the man 20 feet away is his version of Apollo Creed, Tom Jones. Marshall Fernald and Tom Jones. Let's go to the center of the ring now and officially meet the fighters.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Plaza Hotel in Las Vegas. Tonight, Dennis Warner Instinct Productions and Shark Energy Drink present to you 5 rounds for the IKKC U.S. Welterweight title. First, in the blue corner, wearing purple, weighing in at 147.5 pounds, and fighting out of LA Boxing, a true veteran of the sport, introducing Tom Excess Energy Jones. And in the red corner, wearing red and white, he weighed in at 147 pounds. He's fighting out of the Piston Gym in Westminster. Here is Marshall Fernald. And now your referee, Vijay Sapkipal, will give instruction.
Well, Wakey, this is a huge fight for Tom Jones tonight.
Right? We go over
sure
in the
is.
back tonight. Really,
So make
it's
sure
going to delineate whether he
hear my
gets a
command,
shot
okay?
at the world title
Good luck, Tasco.
again. You know, he's in
back
the
to your
grab
partner.
bag for him.
One fight away. Marshall Fernald in the red trunks. Tom Jones in the passion purple with red piping.
You needed to see Tom Jones working that left hand, Phil, in the form of a jab. Kind of snapped out there with a hook, but at least he's putting that in the face of Fernald.
Give this young man, Marshall Fernald, out of Westminster, California, a lot of credit. He took this fight 3 weeks ago.
Well, I'll tell you, that it pays when you stay in the gym and you stay. So when opportunities come a knock and you're ready to step to the plate, obviously his manager and trainer, Yuki Hariuchi, felt comfortable putting him in this fight. And you know, he's got composure, he's experienced.
Tom Jones' opponent tonight was supposed to be Brian Dover, who we have seen many, many times on World Championship kickboxing. Dover fractured his leg and they had to pull out of the fight, and Fernald said, "I'll take it." Fernald in the red, Tom Jones, the ageless legend in the purple.
Good right leg sweep again by Tom Jones. Both fighters, you know, not wasting much. But you see, but I like the way that Tom Jones is popping that jab, getting distance with it. He's not really looking, you know, to land anything big. He's just trying to set something up. And that's the way he's always fought. He's actually starting a little faster than normal tonight, Phil. See, they're attempting that hook right hand by Tom Jones. Over the top of the right hand by Fernald. He's been trying to land that right hand, but he's just been a little out of range. He's not setting it up properly. Two-punch combination by Fernald. Nothing really landed. Jones just really utilizing the distance, but we very good right leg sweep to the power. Fernald.
Linky, I've got to believe that Yuki at the end of this opening round is going to tell young Marshall Fernald, you've got to move. You can't stand in front of this guy doing this.
Well, you know what's happening with Fernald, he's moving back in a straight line. He's not giving him no lateral movement. And that's what we're seeing, you know, the experience of Tom Jones, you know, being able to really catch him as he's stepping back in the straight line. There you see again, combination. And that's effective for Fernald. Fernald said he was going to come out and start fast. There's a good little left hook. Nothing big, but he's landing the shots now. He's finding his distance. A lot of times the first round, you know, fighters are trying to get that gauge, you know, get that distance. Right hand of the body there. Right hand, right leg by Jones. There it is again. Nice right-left combinations by Fernald. Good first round for both fighters.
First round. I think it's a little bit better round for Marshall Fernald than Tom Jones was hoping for.
Well, I'll tell you, Tom Jones came out and was dictating the first part of that round and really won the first part. Fernald came on the back part. I unofficially, of course, but I call that an even round, that first round. Normally, I don't call an even round, Phil, but being that Fernald took over the first half of the round, or Fernald won the last half of the round, I call that round a wash.
He have only hand, but no hand.
Yeah, the good opening round. Don't go away. We'll be back with round two. Jones and Fernald in a moment. champ himself, Blinky Rodriguez. I'm Phil Stone. And what a great fight we have seen thus far. Through one, Fernald and Tom Jones. Blinky, you gave Jones the first round unofficial.
Well, I actually looked at it as an even round. I normally don't do that, but Jones started well, and Fernald, he finished well.
Yes, he did.
But once again, I like the way Jones comes out. He's popping that jab. He's got to try to get a little step on it so he can make it land. Then come back over the top of the right hand, or throw a left hook off of that jab.
When you look at Marshall Fernald, he's got a very high bone structure over both eyes. He looks like that's a right fighter who cuts around the
Well, I'll tell you, when I'm talking about high cheekbones, we talk about Benny the Kid Nikita, and that guy never cut once, so it's hard to tell. That was over 70 professional fights.
How could he do it?
No, Benny's doing excellent. He's still out there doing choreography, some coordination, training as far as doing exhibitions. He's all over the globe. The right hand of the body. Jones needs to just keep backing this kid up, Phil, but he can't just throw one. It's got to be more than one. I think with the effectiveness of Fernald feels that he's throwing more than one. He's throwing twos and threes. Right there, you see, look at that. 1, 2, 3 punches. Right leg, that was one. I'd like to see Jones come back with a left hook off of that right leg street. That leg kick there, come back with the hook. He's already there, right there.
Jones trying to load up for a big overhand right, and he's just not getting the shot right.
It's like his timing's off a little, Phil. He's trying to counter there as Fernald was coming to him. Good right leg. And then the counter by Fernald.
Hey, remember we talked about before this last fight. I asked him how old he was. He said, it's not important. I said, you know what? You're sounding more like Kenny Norton every day.
Right hand fake. He tried to come back with a left leg to the head. Just a little shot. You got to go right back to that again, though, Phil. It takes you time to get that distance. You need to take a little deeper step. You would have landed that left rocket to the head. Lead right hand again there. Second lead right hand in a row by Tom Jones. There's another one. Right hand in the body again.
Jones just missed with the knee to the head of Fernald.
He's got right leg. Fernald with the right hand, but he was stumbling, Phil. I'll tell you, Jones has made a home for that right leg kick to the back. Good move.
Final 10 seconds of the second round. It is
Another knee, left knee to the body, delivered by Tom Jones.
Took everything Jones could dish out and didn't flinch. What a great that young man right there. Good second round it was. Marshall Fernald of Westminster, California. In last night, 148.5 pounds. Fights out of the Piston Gym in
Why are you waiting so much?
Yuki Hayuchi saying to Fernald, what are you waiting for so much?
Time and date.
He wants him to go out there and not wait at all, just throw in bunches.
I'll tell you, Yuki has to be very encouraged with what he has seen from his Fernald. He stood toe-to-toe there in that second round with Tom Jones and exchanged some pretty heavy leather.
But as you know, Phil, every corner wants more. They want more. They want the fighter to go out there and leave everything in the ring. So what I'm hearing Yuki saying to his fighter, Fernald, is, what are you waiting for? And here you see Fernald starting out, he's looking, he's going into the counter mode. Nothing wrong with it, but remember, Phil, you can also punch going backwards.
You betcha.
He can kick Jones coming in right there with a counter hook. And there goes Jones. And there is a big elbow to the side of the head of Fernald. And just like in Tom Jones' fashion, Phil, he comes and he gives it all. He's not down, the referee won't count him.
Jones starting to turn up the temperature on the stove ever so slightly. Overhand right by Fernald. Lances up the temple to Jones.
said it again.
You said at the outset that Tom Jones could not be in a hurry. And I'll tell you what, he did and picked his shots.
He's been methodical, and here you'll see on the attack, we see this young fighter Fernald coming in. He comes in, throws a combination of punches. There's that right hand counter. Fernald was on the attack when he caught that right hand, and Jones went right after him.
Give that man there a lot of
He's weak. He's a fighter. How about you?
Go away. We're coming back with round 4.
You have to down, you know, kind punch.
Bill Stone, what a fight it has been. The IKKC United States welterweight title fight between Marshall Fernald and Tom Jones. Two guys from Southern California. What a third round we just witnessed.
Exhausted after that third round, but he came out flailing away, Phil, trying to let the experienced fighter know that he still got something and that he came to win tonight. But we expected that from Fernald tonight. Marshall Fernald is not a quitter. Now he's going down to the body. The right hand of the body came back over the top with the left hook. Left hand of the body trying to attempt a high round kick.
Desperately to reach down, to catch a breath, to fill those lungs with air, and he just can't get a breath.
Well, that's the way it looks like. The same thing's happening with Tom Jones. You see him breathing a little, but he's throwing nice straight shots. He's not trying to waste anything.
Well, that third round took it out of both James and Fernald.
Oh, absolutely. Two punches just landed. There's that right hand again. And there's the experience, Phil. Even though he's spending no time, he's searching for a second win. He clinches on, begins to land that knee to the body, and that's what's really taking it out of Fernald.
Knockdown, Fernald jumps right back up. The referee will not count him.
Good stiff jab. And here's where Tom Jones can really utilize that stiff jab, Phil, to keep Fernald off him. Good idea. He ought to go right back down to that leg again, Phil. There it goes. He's going right back down. That's where the damage gets done. That got the attention of Tom Jones.
He cannot breathe. Back up and the crowd loves him.
And these are what make great fights, Phil. The willingness of fighters to build themselves up and get back into the throes.
After this fight, he did not expect this much from this young man.
Well, I'll tell you, you never know what you're going to get, so that's why you train for everybody like you're training for King Kong. Because you have to be ready to take care of business. And in this round, we're going to see here, Fernald's on the attack once again, Phil, but knees and comes out with a knee to the body and boom, one to the head that sends Fernald right back down to the canvas.
Well, don't go away. We're coming back with more in just a moment. Look back for the fifth and final round of what has been a war. The IKKC United States Welterweight Championship. Marshall Fernald and Tom Jones 3 minutes away.
This is a big round, Phil, because there is no question that both fighters are fatigued. And the only way that Fernald and the red trunks are going to win this fight, he's going to have a knockout there because he's been down twice in this fight already.
Jones.
And there's a lot of time in this round, Phil. A lot of time. And his face looked bad when he got up, Phil. Right leg to the body.
Just to our right, and Jones is going to try and get back up and into the ring. I don't think he's going to make it, Ricky. Jones is going to try and
Jones is getting back in the ring, Phil.
he's coming back in. Do you believe this fight? Referee is up to a 15 count, up to a 16 count.
Because when you come all the way out of the ring in Muay Thai rules, you get an accelerated count, Phil.
Here we go. Boy, what a fight. What a war it's been.
Oh, right hand landed by Jones.
Well, Jones is mad. I don't think he's so much hurt as he is mad. And they'll count him again. The question begs, Frankie, did he have enough of a lead to overcome a 2-point round?
There is no question that this fight is a fight of pure blood, sweat, and tears. Because you can see this fighter, for now, look like he was out of it, and he's doing all he can to finish Tom Jones. Tom Jones hanging on with everything he's got.
Jones still the public below
With the right hand.
Still standing.
10 seconds.
It's over. It's over. Fight. Let's hear it for the fighters.
No 3 knockdown rules in Muay Thai. Wow, what a fight, Phil. What a fight. And here's the combinations, left, right. Combination, right leg to the body. And that was right there, I think, the third knockdown. There was one when he went outside the ropes, right hand, and he fell all the way onto the table there, Phil. And we didn't think that Tom Jones was going to be able to get back in the ring. There's a series of punch combinations, again, that puts Jones down. There is no question in my mind that Jones was hurt.
Now, Blakey, you and I have been doing fights since 1988, and I'm going to tell you one thing, fight fans. I have not seen a better fight that I can remember than this one right here between this young man, Fernald, and Tom Jones.
Well, I'll tell you, Phil, whenever fighters go down and get up, and then the other fighter goes down, it makes for a great fight. You know, there's no question about that. You know, both fighters showing everything they got, representing themselves, their families, their gym. They came to win. We knew that tonight, Phil. We talked about that at the onset, that this was a big stepping stone for Tom Jones. Tom Jones wins tonight. He fights for the world title. Young Marshall Fernald, he wins tonight. He takes the shoes over of Tom Jones, and like Tom Jones said, says it's not unusual to be loved by anyone.
I wondered how long I was going to have.
I couldn't
to
help
wait for that.
myself.
I
This fight
understand.
excited me tonight.
Well, you know, the other thing that Fernald said is, you know, this is his Rocky fight, Blinky, and Tom Jones was his Apollo Creed. I mean, everything that Marshall Fernald wants in this game of kickboxing, the door really went through Tom Jones tonight. The question is, did he establish enough early in the fight to win this thing? It was an incredible fight. Absolutely spectacular. Marshall Fernald, I thought he was gone after the second round. In the third round, Tom Jones pretty much had his way with this young man out of Westminster, California. Keep in mind, Fernald took this fight on 3 weeks' notice after it was learned that Tom Jones' scheduled opponent, Brian Dobler, had fractured a leg. Yuki Oriuchi got Fernald into the gym and said, here's what we're going to work on. And boy, did he work on exactly what he needed to come in and show well against Tom Jones. Jones out of Huntington Beach, California, entered the ring tonight with a record of 33-2-2. This was his 5th fight in the last 12 months. He had won his previous 4. But you can believe that Jones not pleased with what he was able to do in this fight tonight against this much younger fighter. You know, you talk to Tom Jones, he has got such an incredible passion to help and to continue to encourage abused children, and you got to love what this man's all about. This was Fernald in that 5th and final round when he put Jones on the canvas the first time. But it was the second knockdown that I have to believe really gave Fernald the feeling that he might be able to win this thing. Jones toppled through the ropes here in this 5th and final round. And it was a very, very tough knockdown to watch. Well, the decision is in. Let's go to the center of the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have your decision. Judge 1 scores the bout 45-45. Judge 2 and Judge 3 see it 46-44 in favor for the winner by majority decision. In the blue corner, Jones! And ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause. What a fight ahead for Marshall Fernald!
Wow. A tremendous win for Tom Jones. Absolutely.
Put your hands together for the IKKC U.S. Welterweight Champion, Tom Excess Energy Jones.
Early in the fight.
Great fight.
These are the fights that represent the sport of Muay Thai and kickboxing. These great fights. How'd you feel about this young buck, Marshall?
He gave me all I wanted. He really did. I thought he was gone in the 3rd round. I told the ref, I go, he's done. He wasn't done.
I couldn't help but feel the same way you do. He got up and he got up with fire.
Oh, yeah.
But you know what? You are the ageless wonder. You represent the sport well. I want you to know that from the heart, Tom. Not just in the ring, but out of the ring with all the wonderful things you do for young people. I know that's the sense of your fire.
That's it. You know, I'm here to inspire young people to take their aggression and their energy and channel it in a positive way like I do.
All right, well, I just want to say, God, what a great fight. You gave everybody a treat tonight, Tom Jones.
Thank you so much.
All right, God bless you, man. All right. Hey,
And
back
now
to you, Phil.
presenting the belt
Blakey,
to
thank you
Mr.
very
Jones.
much. Well, Tom Jones, you can tell, a very relieved man out of Huntington Beach, California, and rightfully so. As you put this
Put your hands together
4-2.
for the IKKC U.S. Welterweight Champion, Tom
IKKC United States Welterweight Champion. We'll be back in a moment.
That was the word. Tom, got a medal for you. Break your hand one more time. Come on, go, move on. More. One time.
Ladies and gentlemen, U.S. Champion, Tom Jones.
Actually, all 5 rounds, and it was Tom Jones. Now, a shot at still another world title. Blinky, I don't ever remember seeing a fighter like Tom Jones, any fighter for that matter, being knocked down and out of the ring, came back through the ropes and won the fight.
Well, I'll tell you what, neither have I, Phil, but Tom Jones is a guy that everybody loves.
Yeah.
Great heart, great courage, great condition, tough fight.
Yes.
Fernald was getting whooped.
Yeah, that's well
Basically,
said.
he was down twice in the fight up until that 5th round. I might have given Fernald the 1st round even. Maybe he wins the 1st, but the 2nd, 3rd, 4th round, Tom Jones totally imposed his will. Has Fernald down twice. But in the 5th round, whoa, roller coaster ride.
Yeah, Marshall Fernald came out of nowhere, and I'm telling you what, he took a very, very wobbly-legged Tom Jones to the limits in that 5th round. Tom Jones unquestionably lost that 5th round, but I'm going to tell you something. He amassed enough points, as Blinky said, in that 2nd, 3rd, and 4th round to eke out a tremendous, tremendous victory. And now, Tom Jones, Blinky, we said at the outset of the show, here's a guy now that's fought 5 times in the last 12 months, and he's 5-0.
I'm trying to tell you, 5-0, great momentum, great promoter, and Dennis Warner, who has kept him busy. A busy fighter is a good fighter.
Would you like to see that rematch for Fernald and Tom Jones?
You know what? I think everybody would, because there was mixed emotions in the crowd tonight. I think we want a rematch between them two. Yeah, there was a lot of booing when that decision was announced, but there was nobody with a bigger smile than Tom Jones. What a great, great victory it was. And now for Blinky Rodriguez, I'm Phil Stone saying thanks an awful lot for joining us here from the Plaza Hotel and Casino for another evening of World Championship Kickboxing. Good night, everyone.